Alright, hey, Hades Mega here, and we got another Hades Mega Sauron experiment, sorta kinda, alright? So, for what this video is, we're gonna do a experiment on the type of cable, power cable that you're gonna be, or the AC power cable that you use for a Qi battery charger, alright? So I've had this Qi battery charger for a while now. I gave a little review of it. In my opinion, I bought it for the state of charge, like it stops at a certain charge, and it's off by a bit. Alright, so I want to say it's a little it charges it to too high a state of charge. Alright, so at like 80%, it's actually like 90%, which is, that's fine. Okay, I'd rather stop at 80%, but it really charges it up to close to 90%, like 86%. Alright, it's a little too high if you ask me. And then I feel like at the 100%, it doesn't charge it all the way. It gets to 84 a little bit and then just dies, you know. And I think it could charge it a little bit more, but because it never goes to 100%. My battery meter. So I want to say, okay, but I do see it gets to 84 volts. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I've had it for a while now, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like it over my Lightspeed charger because the cable doesn't get hot, for one thing. But this cable does get it gets warm. All right, it doesn't get hot, but it gets warm. And so I think the best thing about this charger is that you can change the AC power cable. Okay, so it uses a computer, like a computer cable. That's pretty easy to find. All right, if you guys work with like desktop computers and monitors and printers and stuff, they use a very common cable. They use it plugs into the the back of the device, and then you plug it into the outlet. So it's very easy to change the plug, which is good. All right, because they give you this little rinky-dink plug right here. Look at how thin this is, man. It's no wonder this thing gets warm. All right. So what am I gonna try test? What we're testing today is we're gonna be testing this. All right. I already took it out of the bag, but this is the Tripp Lite power cable. All right. It's a premium quality cables and connectivity products, but it's from Tripp Lite. I have a 6-foot one and I have a 10-foot one. The good thing is you can get a longer one if you need a longer cable. All right. Obviously, if you're going to go longer distances, you're going to want a thicker cable. All right. So I believe this cable is, it says it's rated for 15 amps. All right. That's good. But so is this one, I think. Or maybe this one is like for 12 amps. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know this one. So this is the power cable that came with my charger, and then this is the Tripp Lite one. Okay, as you can see, look at the difference in the thickness of the cables. Right, this one looks way thicker. Right, it's almost like twice as thick. All right, I believe this is a 14 gauge. Yeah, this is a 14 gauge cable. So that's got to tell you this has got to be smaller than a 14 gauge. This is probably like a 16 or an 18 gauge wire. All right, it's very thin, and so if you're trying to push a lot of current through a wire, you want the thickest wire you can get, or else it's gonna get too hot. All right, so that's why I bought this, and I wanted to get a longer one, but I bought a 10-foot one, but I wound up using it for my RAV4 to make the inverter. So this is kind of gonna be like a dual test right now. We're gonna use the inverter that I just installed in my RAV4 Prime, all right, and we're gonna do a charge experiment. All right. I know this battery is out of juice right now because I just rode it and it ran out of power on me, and I had to have my sister come bring my other battery so I could get home. All right, I had to wait at a McDonald's for her to come bring the battery, and then I rode the bike the rest of the way home when we swapped the batteries. So it's a good thing I had 2 batteries and she wasn't at work. So okay. Anyway, so we're gonna charge with this for 10 minutes. And then we're going to charge with this for 10 minutes. I know this thing is low on charge, so this thing will definitely output its max power, all right, which is 10 amps, all right. So yeah, as you can see, it's much thicker, man. In fact, let me okay, measure it. So here we go. I'm just gonna measure it, and then I'll show you how thick the stock cable is about 6.15 millimeter. All right. That away. All right, the Tripp Lite 14 gauge cable is 9 millimeters thick. All right, so it's 3 millimeters. It's a third thicker, guys. So it's gotta be better than the one that's in there, right? Now, of course, this could just be insulation. It could be the jacket that makes it thick, but we'll find that out. All right. Yeah. So okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna charge it with at 10 amps for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna check how hot the cable gets. Okay. And how we're gonna do that is, one, I'm gonna grab it with my hand and tell you, hey, it feels warm, all right, or hot, all right. And then two, we're gonna use a laser thermometer, okay, or infrared thermometer, all right. So here we go. All right, guys, my RAV4 Prime is on. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn my inverter on. I have a remote switch right here that I just installed. All right, it's got power, and now we're gonna go plug our Qi battery charger in. We're gonna install the stock cable, okay, the thin one. We're gonna install it right here. Okay. That's one thing I do like about this charger. You can change the cable. If you ever damage the cable, you can replace it. Very nice. Okay. Okay, we're gonna plug it into the outlet right here. Let me turn it off first. Okay, it's off. Okay, plug it into the outlet. Turn it on. So what I found out with this charger is if you plug it in without it on first, it will spark. Okay, so you want to turn it on first, all right, and it won't spark as much. All right, so I've got it turned up to 10 amps and 100% charge. All right, and let's go plug it in. Okay, teeny little spark, probably because it doesn't have a lot of charge. What's up with this one? Why is the current? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now it's at 10 amps. All right, and so we started with, oh yeah, let me go write this down. Okay, I've got the timer set to 10 minutes. All right, I know I've already had it on for a little bit. Okay, and then so the starting temp, all right, we're gonna put stock, and then Tripp Lite. Okay, this is before and after. Okay, and it's going to be in Fahrenheit, guys. Before and after. So obviously right now, cool. All right, so before it's cool. We can even maybe do a 15-minute test. I don't know. Cool. Okay. And I'm going to put backslash, and then we're going to use infrared thermometer. We're going to do it, and I don't know where we're going to do it. That's a good question. Let's do it an inch away from the outlet, all right? So there we go. Okay, guys. 60.5 Fahrenheit. You could do the plug also. Alright, 61.5. So the plug is about 1 degree more. Yep. Yeah, I want to do the wire though. Okay, so 60.5. Alright. Okay. 60.5 F. I know, sorry. My writing is awful. Okay, so I'll see you guys in 10 minutes, and then I'll let you know how it goes. We'll check it again, and then we'll put the other one. We'll connect the other one on, and then we'll put that in for 10 minutes. All right, here we go. Okay, time's up. All right, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna feel how warm the cable is. All right, I can tell you now, it's warm. It ain't hot, but it's warm. All right, it's warm. It's warm. The plug's not warm though. Okay. Okay, and we could use this infrared thermometer. Does it work? I kind of wonder if this thing works. It does work, because look, it says the battery's 85 degrees right now. So, all right, so we did like 1 inch, right? It actually got cooler, guys. I don't believe this. I don't believe this at all, man. This is bull crap. Yeah, I don't believe it. It should be warmer. Well, it says it's 64 here. No. Yeah. I don't trust this meter, guys. It's definitely warmer on this side, but that's where the exhaust is. Yeah, that's where the exhaust is, so of course it's going to be warmer. But yeah, it definitely is warmer there. I can feel it. It's definitely... So it says it's 65 here. Okay. But over here, it's not. Here it's much cooler. Still says it's 60. Okay, so I might have messed up my test, guys. So we probably should do it on the warmer end here. $64 degrees. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut the charger off. Okay. Well, we've already got it plugged in, so okay. All we're gonna do is change the cord. I can tell you this: it's warm. Yeah, it's warm. When I grab it, it's warm. Alright, so we're not going to do the thermometer test, guys. That doesn't work, man. I tell you this, the cable is warm. Alright, the connector is not warm. Well, the connector is warm too. Yeah, okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and plug this guy in. Plug this. Get this. This bad boy shouldn't get. Okay. Turn it on. Okay. It's charging at 10 amps. We're going to go ahead and restart our timer. Okay, and right now I can tell you it's cool, okay? It's cool. Yeah, sorry I don't have a better thermometer, guys. So we're just going to go cool before and then warm after, okay? Okay. Alright, I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Yeah, but it already warmed up that much. Can you believe it? Okay. See you guys in 10 minutes. Okay, here we go. 10 minutes is up. Alright, so I'm just going to feel the wire. So we're at 71 volts. We're still pumping in 10 amps into there. I don't know, our battery's still warm, so okay, so I'm just gonna feel the wire in a bunch of places. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so there you go. So there's a noticeable difference going from the Tripp Lite wire, alright, cable, to the stock one, alright? The one that came with it. I don't know if that's the original one, but yeah. This thing is like, I think, not good enough, alright? That's what I'm gonna say. I don't want my wires getting hot, man. So this doesn't even break a sweat, man. It feels like it did before we started charging, alright? And so it's been the same amount of time, okay? So I'm gonna say cool. Okay, so that is the results of our charge experiment, guys. Alright, so 10 amps, no problem with this 14 gauge wire, and that's pretty much the max that this can do. I wish I could I wish I could use this on my Lightspeed bike's charger. All right, because that wire gets way too hot. This doesn't get hot at all, so I don't have to worry about this overheating or anything. How about the charge cable? The charge cable doesn't get warm at all. Okay, because we got 72 volts coming through here, right? Well, anyway, this is about 600 watts coming through this wire, so that's way less. So just imagine if this was like a 1,000-watt charger, how much hotter this would get, man. This would get really hot, all right? But yeah, this is totally adequate for the power that this thing pulls out for, right? It stays nice and cool. You don't have to worry about any fires breaking out. If it was like 100 degrees out right now, it's not going to get hotter. Okay, basically. Okay, cool deal. So yeah, that's the end of the experiment. You can get this charge cable at on Amazon. I will put a link in the description. This is the 6-foot version. I do also have the 10-foot version. In my opinion, I would get the 10-foot, so you can get a little bit longer cable and you can, you know, move the cable around more. So if you need like another cable for your Qi battery charger, this is a good one. Okay, if you want to have different cables different places, or you just want to upgrade your cable, all right? Because this one is much thicker, much thicker than that one, all right? And as you can see, it makes a difference. It doesn't heat up at all. Okay, and remember, when something heats up, that means you're losing power, guys. So yeah, that's what I want to say. But anyway, I believe this is $10 for the 6-foot version, and it was $13 for the 10-foot version. I'm probably going to wind up buying another 10-foot. I wound up using that wire for this outlet here, wiring this outlet on my RAV4, all right? Okay, anyway, so that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I hope this was an educational and entertaining video, all right? That's a little tip for you guys with the Qi battery chargers. If you're worried about the cable, the stock wire getting warm, this Tripp Lite one does the trick, all right? All right, here's me out.